What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I've got my bestie, my sister Jalixa here with
Whoop,
me.
whoop. Yes. Ooh.
You know, I feel like every time I don't see you, it feels like forever and ever and ever in a lifetime. So I'm always happy to see my bestie.
Definitely.
This weekend has been such a crazy weekend for me, you guys, and I am trying to make time for as many people as I can because it's been, I think, this is probably like the longest long weekend that I've been out here since I moved.
Yeah.
I don't even stay this long for holidays, but it's just been between Father's Day, my niece's graduation, her cookout, and everything else going on. But this is fun. So we're having lunch together, you guys.
Yes.
Lunch with Scarlo and Jalixa. So what you been up to, girl?
Join us. Well, I had a very interesting Father's Day weekend.
Interesting.
Yes.
That doesn't sound too good.
Yes. I had taken Cam took me, for my birthday, he had taken me go-karting in Foxwoods, and it was so intense that I was like, you know what, I'm going to take
More intense than the last time?
That was my first time going for my
This
birthday.
time?
This time was the second time. Oh, yeah. This time, girl.
Can we talk about the first
I
time?
almost got a whiplash.
Didn't you get a whiplash the last time?
Yeah.
Didn't something happen to you?
Yeah, I
First
T-boned
of all,
somebody.
let's talk about the first time you went go-karting.
So, as if you guys saw my video, I did post the video of the experience, but I didn't really get to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, the first time I went go-karting, which you guys gotta go to if you're in Connecticut, it's in the Foxwoods Casino. It's called Monza Go-Kart, something like that. World's greatest go-kart. Something like that. But anyways, they go really fast, those little go-karts. I mean, you have to wear a helmet, so it's so legit, a helmet and a neck pillow.
That's ridiculous.
For that
like, part of me wants to go
whiplash.
go-karting, but I'm afraid because I'm like, what if I like veer off to the side and I flip over?
Girl, that'd be an exciting video.
That will not be on a video.
I have a GoPro, and I should have worn my GoPro. And I regret not wearing it because then you could really see the accident that happened.
Oh my God.
So it's not my fault. I know everybody always says that when they get into an accident, it's never their fault.
My
but
fault.
it was really not my fault. So
What
I'm over
happened?
there going like 30 miles an hour, which is pretty fast for a go-kart.
I don't mean to cut you off. Before we start eating, if you guys are wondering what we're eating off of the Skinnylicious menu at the Cheesecake Factory. This is not sponsored. We just absolutely love the Cheesecake Factory. But we're going healthy. You guys know that I am dairy free, so this is a very simple blah blah kind of dish. It's not blah blah. It really tastes good. But it's just shrimp, pasta, and asparagus, which is really good.
I got the Skinnylicious chicken pasta, which is like, it's like diced tomatoes, but they make it so that it almost becomes like a sauce.
That looks good.
It's really good.
I should have gotten
with
that.
some cilantro.
But I love me some seafood, so.
I was actually gonna get that, but then I was like,
have.
you know what? Let me do this because I got that one last time. So yeah.
So what happened? It
So-
wasn't your fault.
So I'm going like 30 miles an hour, by the way, which is pretty fast for a go-kart.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, and I'm all suited up and everything, looking real cute. But this
Suited up
guy,
looking cute.
he goes, and there was a sharp turn, almost like a U-turn, and he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle the turn because he went and he spun out and then hit the brakes in the middle of the road. So I'm going behind and I'm like, and he stopped in the middle of the road. So I'm trying to swerve this, but it's like he was horizontal, so there was no space for me to go.
So you just crashed into him?
I didn't even hit the brakes. Like,
You didn't even bother stopping?
I figured maybe if I hit him hard enough,
But it's not her fault.
His car will go like this, and then I can kind of go that way, but that did not happen. I went boom, and then I had like the hugest black and blues, like I'm not even exaggerating, like this big, in my inner thigh. I felt like I was gonna die. I was like, something is wrong. I legit afterwards, I was like, I think I'm bleeding. I was not.
That is horrible. You didn't even bother hitting the brake, though. You just thought that you were going to bump him out the way.
I did apologize. After I hit him, I was like, and I was like, I'm sorry. But I kept going. The adrenaline was...
So it was a hit and run, basically. It was a hit and run accident.
Yo, my
With the
adrenaline was
go-kart.
going so much that at that moment, I didn't feel any pain.
That's crazy.
And it was until after the race that then I was like, yo, I got hurt bad.
That's ridiculous. You know it's serious when they give you like neck braces and a helmet and all this other stuff. Like,
For real.
and you still got hurt, even being protected. Like, that's kind of scary.
Girl.
That's kind of
So,
scary.
And I don't know if you guys remember, if you saw my video, I placed, so I think it was out of 12 people or 16 people. I can't remember how many drivers there were. I think it was 12. But I placed in, no, it was 16 people. And I had placed in like 9th place. Pretty bad. But.
Was it because of the accident?
I think so. I'm going to blame him. I either placed in 7th and
You're
Kem
still
in
blaming
9th.
him?
I think I placed in 7th and Kem in 9th. Because I know, point is, I beat Kem and he felt burnt.
Kev is her husband, you guys, by the way.
Yes. So he was upset because he's like, oh, you know, I'm a girl, whatever. And it's like, he swears that I drive bad and whatnot. But at the end of the day, who won the race? Not him.
I think all guys think that women are bad
No, I can't
drivers.
stand it. So for Father's Day, I decided to take him. Let's do this again. And let's
So, you challenged him
Uh-huh.
to another race
I
at the
sure did.
casino. Oh boy.
I sure did.
So, how did that go?
Well,
Start from the beginning.
what happened was,
This already sounds like it's not your fault again.
so this time I didn't just take him.
Uh-huh.
I also took my dad for
Okay.
Father's Day, and I took the godfather of my baby. I took him as well.
Uh-huh.
So I decided to make it like a nice dad trip, but I was driving as well. So now we all driving. Now it's 12 of us competing,
Oh
racing.
my god.
And
That sounds
yo,
dangerous
I
already.
felt like I was a legit race car driver. Like I was drifting like there was no tomorrow. Like it was
Like
making
Fast
the,
and Furious?
yo, it was like like it was making the and I'm like sitting back like
That's
this.
how it sounded.
I'm doing one of these.
Oh, you cruising. Okay.
I'm cruising. I passed a few people and I'm like, yeah, that's
you
right.
want
It's me. I had
me.
my little cause you know the helmet you have the glass down.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't have it down. I had it open
Oh.
so they could see my eyes.
Oh, you want them to see it was you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Until I crashed again.
What?
Girl. Now this was not my fault again. People
I wanna
gotta
hear
get
this.
out the way. People
Y'all, I don't know
shouldn't-
nothing about this story. This is new news to me.
People should not be in the middle of the way. So it ain't my fault.
So is this deja vu all over
If
again?
you racing, for real, if you racing, do not hit the brakes. You always gonna be hitting the gas. Why you hitting the brake for? If you're gonna turn, just let go of the gas and turn the wheel and then hit the gas again. Don't like hit the brakes to try to like drift. No, you're gonna lose
Oh my
control.
god. So there was somebody in front of you.
I have PTSD. It
Oh
wasn't
my
just
God.
anybody. It was actually the godfather of my son. He
Crashed into him?
Yeah, I mean he's a beginner. He never did it before,
Mm-hmm.
but someone had crashed into him, which made him, you know, lose control. That guy lost control. So now there's not one but two cars parked in the middle of the road because they lost control. This time I was like, I'm not gonna T-bone nobody this time because I got hurt bad last time. So I'm
Right.
trying to go to the corner
Uh-huh.
and I'm driving and I started. What's not decelerating? Is that a word? That's not a word.
Accelerating, like you started to go faster?
No, I started to go slower. Decelerating. If it
I
ain't
don't
a
even know if
word,
that's a word.
if it ain't a word, I just made it up.
Okay, you
I
slow down.
started slowing down.
You slow down.
And I'm like, oh Lord, I'm not gonna get T-bone this time. Well, I'm not gonna T-bone somebody this time. So I slowed down. I ain't make it. I thought I could cut through that corner and squeeze in. I didn't make it. I hit him really hard.
Really
Like I
hurt?
just saw his body. And I was like, oh, snap. And I was like, I'm so sorry. But I hit the gas because I can't stop.
Another hit and run.
I don't know what it was, but I'm thinking to myself, I got to make sure I beat Kem. So I can't stop for nobody, no matter who I
Yo.
get.
Y'all don't understand. She is like super competitive.
Yo, I am.
She is super competitive, and her husband is not even safe.
Mm.
Nobody's safe.
Nobody.
I'm not safe.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nope.
So where was Kim right now at this point?
So the whole time, I don't even see him in the race, which is either a good thing or a bad thing. Our paths never crossed.
Mm-hmm.
My man, the bad thing was I gave him my tips last time.
Like you told him what to do?
I was like, baby, don't hit the brake. Just let go of your gas and turn.
Like, oh my God.
And I guess, and I guess he took my advice. Turned out, he came in second place out of all 12 people.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I think I came in like fourth. I was very upset. Very upset.
And you took him there to prove a point.
I did. Oh, man.
Now, what lesson did you learn,
Don't
Jalixa?
give advice to someone you're going to race against. That's the lesson.
That was not what I was thinking that you were going to say. Not the hit and run. Don't do that. Don't hit anybody on the way. Don't do that.
No.
Don't take advice from someone who knows how
That
to do
ruined my
this.
time. If I didn't get hit, or if I hadn't hit somebody, I would have been faster.
And what was Kim's reaction?
We don't want to talk about that. He was just, feeling himself like, I won.
Kim is like a cool, laid back dude.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't say much.
And
that could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Like, let's take a picture. Let's take a picture. In the placing, you have like the first place, second place, third place. He never wants to take a picture.
He's never in pictures. Like, rarely ever in pictures.
So to force me to take a picture just so he could have it as proof.
Proof it,
I was
damn
like,
right.
you know what? It's Father's Day. I'll give you that. That's fine. I'll let you have it. Whatever. Now it's technically a tie. This means we're gonna have to go a third time
Oh my God.
and duke it out because I ain't like the results.
Thank God you don't drive like that in real life on the real street.
Yo!
Oh my
After
God.
we came out, this is dangerous. I'm sure a lot of people could relate. I don't know if you ever, like, after you come out of seeing a superhero movie, you come out of the theater, all of a sudden you feel like you got powers.
Yes!
You be like, ooh! Like, you imagine it, you're like, yo, I feel like I can fly. you try
You
to
got
fly.
the whole Iron Man Thanos thing.
Yo, for real. You feel like you could summon anything.
Well, you know that I know because Tyrone, I feel like I live with entertainers, wrestlers, superheroes, rappers, all in one person, all wrapped up in a nice little ball of a person. And yeah, Superman, Batman, Iron Man, Thor.
Well, let me just say, we came out of the go-kart place, and Kim is the one driving us back home. This dude swear he's in the go-kart. Like, he's making these turns, like, and I'm like, but we in real life right now. This is a real road. You better watch how you drive it. He's speeding there, making these crazy, and then he's like leaning back, and I'm like, sit upright.
Yo, I don't blame him because
Yo.
every time I went to go see the Fast and Furious movies, y'all cannot deny that when you left that theater, you got in your car, you could have had a raggedy car. But you sat in your car getting ready to leave that theater and you thought that you was going to rev up some imaginary NOS and fly up out of there. You felt an adrenaline rush when you left to go see Fast and Furious. You got in your car and you thought you could just speed down the highway or wherever you're at.
Yo, for real.
Yes.
Did you, as a kid, I know I did this as a kid. I don't know if you did it, but I'm pretty sure you probably did.
What's up?
Riding bikes.
Mm-hmm.
To get that noise.
Put a
that
plastic
speed-
cup between the wheels.
Yes! You put it behind the wheels.
Yes.
And I'm like in my bike, looking at my neighbors like, yeah.
Yup. It
I'm
used to
going
go fast. Yup. I used to make sure that the rib part of the plastic cup, I made
against
sure that
the
that was
wheel.
hitting the wheel. Yup. So when you went faster, all you heard was.
Oh, yo, she's speeding.
Yo, everybody around the way used to do that.
Yeah, we in the
Everybody
back.
who had a bike, we were out. Oh, and don't let us find a hill. We
Yo.
were going straight down that hill.
Yo, we
The
really
good
thought
old
we were
days,
cool.
man. The good old days. I've never been go-karting. I've been trying to tell Tyrone to take me, but he don't want to go. But there is a spot close to where we live at. So if you guys come out again, there's a spot that we can go to. But I've never done it. Like, it looks easy, but based on the stories you just told me.
You know, in Canada, they actually have the Mario go-kart. Like, it's the Mario-themed go-karting. And it's outside. And it has, like, I mean, like a 3-story kind of thing. Like, you going up and down and all over the place.
I'm going to go.
I wonder if you could throw banana peels. That's interesting. But I think that they do have,
Jalixa.
like, little digital buttons or whatever that you can, like, digitally hit somebody. And they'll, like, make your car, like, slow down or something. And I actually had wanted to take Kem. This was, like, 3 years ago. This was before I had even kids. I wanted to take him because we were going to be in Buffalo for a Patriots game. Because Kem loves the Patriots. I'm a Patriots fan, too.
Oh, my God.
And we went and we're like, you know what? We're right near Canada, like an hour away. Let's just go over the border and go-karting. And we went, but it was raining that day and they closed. So that was a waste of a drive. Not a waste because we did do other things in Canada, but I wanted to go go-karting.
That's one of my, I always try to make a summer bucket list. That's one of them. I want to go go-karting.
It's fun. I think you'll like it. You should go indoor skydiving. Tune in. I'm going to record it next time. I'm going to be going in a couple of weeks.
First of all,
I'll shoot a video.
You know that, you know I have this thing with flying. And you want me to just be floating in the air aimlessly. Like, I'm not, no.
I got a good idea. Watch the movie Superman first. So when right after you come out, you're like, yo, I'm ready because I can fly now.
Nah, that's Tyrone. That ain't me. I don't feel like I can fly. I don't feel like I could do, no.
It's indoor though, so you don't have to jump out of a
plane.
There
is a spot, I think, down our way. But it's probably not that close, but it's called,
the place is in
Sky
New York.
Something?
Maybe it's the same one. I think it's called iFly, the one I'm talking about. It's in New York though. We could just meet halfway, and you guys can come. That'll be fun.
How do you expect to go like indoor skydiving with someone who's afraid? Like, I don't even like flying. You think I want to like just freely like No.
Yo, I even asked them what's the age limit so I could try to bring Levi.
No.
Levi's only 2 years old. 5 years old
He
is
seems
the youngest,
adventurous,
though. 5 years old is the youngest, so a couple years and he could fly. Yo, why not? I gotta make sure he's not scared of anything because he living in an adventurous family.
Well, tell Levi I said I love him and have some fun because I don't know.
No, you gotta remember when I took you ziplining for the first time?
Yes, yo. Now that was funny.
I gotta find those pictures.
I forgot we took pictures.
We took pictures, we took videos. I gotta look and find it. If I find it, I'm gonna post it.
Listen, just when I thought I wasn't scared, you know, because this is around our way. You know, we think we bad. We in Bridgeport. So she takes me to go zip lining. Now, I've seen zip lining on TV and in videos before, but I've never done it myself. But whenever I've seen it, it's always been in like forest looking places, like really long you know, zip linings and in the woods and mountains and all of that. So this place is nowhere near that. Like, the floor is not that far from where you're walking, but there is levels to it. Like, you go higher and higher each level you pass. So I think I stopped at like level 3. I think it was like level 3. I don't know what I was supposed to do, but at one point I looked down and I got so nervous. I don't know, what did we do? I actually ziplined from one tree to another.
Got to do that.
Well,
the thing
we walked on a rope. Didn't we do that too, or something like that?
Yeah, because to go from like tree to tree, there were obstacle courses.
Yeah.
So you had to complete the obstacle course to finally get to wherever you're gonna zip line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought you did really good. And then I don't remember which one. One of them was that. Maybe it was one of those like tightrope ones that you had to like walk through.
Or if it was a net.
Oh, was it the one that you like swing and then you gotta throw on the net?
I think so. I wasn't doing that. There is no way that I am letting go of anything that is swinging me from one way to another. I was not doing it. That's when I knew level 3 was that was my accomplishment, level 3. And there were like, wasn't it like a diamond level, something like that? Like,
yeah, it was a double black diamond was like the highest one.
There was like some big net or some Spider-Man looking spider web thing. I was like, no, that's too high, way too high. I was like, I'll wait for you down here.
And we had glow sticks and everything, which was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
If it got darker, like, it just
that was really nice. Wasn't there also like, we went and there were like they were like dancing and stuff.
Yeah, there was like a DJ and everything.
It was pretty fun. I actually had a really good time. I want to do it again because I feel like, you know,
You're more brave now.
I'm a little more brave now. I've got braver over the years. Like, even with my fear of flying.
That's right. Yes.
She knows. Like, even before I met her, I hadn't been on a flight for like 15 years. And I think I told you guys this in a video that I did. And then I started going on flights every year, once a year. And then I stopped for a couple of years. And then when I went to Florida to go see Tyrone when he was filming his movie Call Time, that was the first time that I've been on a plane by myself. By myself. The thought of me being on a flight by myself would always make me super, super scared. Like, I was like, I would never, because if something happens, I'm alone. Nobody knows where, nothing. So I'm like, no, I would never. I vowed never in my life was I going to get on a flight by myself. But considering that I'm with someone who I feel it is worth.
That's right.
The craziness that I thought was a crazy idea of getting on a plane by yourself. I was like, you know what? He's worth it. Let me get over my fear. Let me get on this plane by myself. But it was fine. And I felt good about it. And I said, okay, you know what? This is good. So then we ended up going to Miami together. He, surprised me with a trip to Miami. Got on another flight. And I was like, it was the first time that I was able to get on a flight and not have to take any pills for anxiety or anything. Not that I take any now, but even when I stopped taking medication for anxiety, I still had to take something for a flight because that's how scared I was. As soon as I heard the engines going, my anxiety literally was on the floor outside of the plane already. My heart was already, like, I just couldn't do it. So that time, it was the first time that I got on a flight and didn't have to take anything, and I was fine. And then we went to LA, and that was the longest flight that I've ever been on. So I'm like, okay, I've been on a plane by myself. Fine. Accomplished that.
And how long was that flight?
That was a 6-hour flight.
Okay. So you can...
6 hours compared to 2. Now, mind you, I've been to Puerto Rico, which is a 3.5-hour flight, which is not so bad. Florida took us 2 hours on the dot. That was nothing. But being on a plane, like, it gave me a little bit of anxiety thinking about it because I'm like, man, like, you know, you have this fear of flying, and you have a fear of flying, I think, because you can't control. You have a problem with not being able to control your surroundings. But it's almost like one of those things where you're like, if you're on a plane, you have no control. You have to trust the pilot. And one of the things that one of the pilots have told me in my past, because I've met the pilots, I was one of those people. Like, I had to meet the pilot. And I said to the pilot, I said, look, I'm a nervous flyer. I just want to let you know, because if you are a nervous flyer, they will accommodate you. They'll check up on you. They'll allow you to meet the pilot and everything. And he was like, well, why are you afraid to fly? I said, I'm scared. I'm scared of things to happen. He was just like, one thing I want you to always remember. I said, okay, what's that? And I said, well, how long have you been flying? First of all, he was like, I've been flying for about 25 years. And he said, think of it like this. He's like, I'm still here. just those words, I'm still here. And I said, enough said. And that flight was a smooth flight. I think that was a Delta flight. And I actually had a good experience with Delta. I didn't feel anything, no turbulence or nothing. So then we went to LA, and that was the longest flight. Now, the thought of being on a plane for that long made me nervous. I'm not going to lie, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to start getting antsy. I'm going to want to get off the plane. The longest flight I've been on is 3 hours. Like, it's going to be nervous. And on top of that, it was a last minute decision for me to go. So I wasn't even sitting next to Tyrone at this point. I was by myself.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, yeah. So that made me a little nervous. But he came to check up on me and everything. He even gave me like a little bit of his fruit because he was in first class. So, because it was a last minute decision, I wasn't in first class with him. But that was fine. So not only did I was sitting by myself, knowing that Tyrone was in the plane. It was the longest flight, and I didn't take anything once again for any type of anxiety. So over time, like, I've learned how to deal with being nervous naturally. So yeah, now I feel I'm a lot braver to do certain things. Certain things. Certain things. Like, I still won't go skydiving. I don't know how to swim, so I'm not doing any type of parasailing.
Surfing. There's surfing lessons, which is pretty fun. Which Kem doesn't know how to swim. And for our first year anniversary, we went to Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And I booked us surfing lessons. And I was like, I don't care if you don't know how to swim. I want to learn how to surf. And you're going to learn too. Yeah, I felt like I was ruthless, heartless.
I think you're just fearless.
But he went for it. He was like, all right,
He said he doesn't know how to swim.
He does not know how to swim. But good for him. He was just like, all right, I'll give it a try. And I'm like, if anything, if you fall, you're tied, like your foot is tied up to the surfboard. So I told him, if you fall, just go like this.
Oh my God.
And then find the board and just be like, wait for safety.
No, wait. Did you guys do it with an instructor?
Mm-hmm.
Did you each have an instructor?
Mm-mm.
It was just one?
It was just one. So he would take us to where the waves first we like practiced a little bit more closer to the shallow. Mm-hmm. But then once we had the hang of it, then he took us deeper and he would tell us, okay, when the waves come, you got to do this. Now we're alone in our boards.
Oh my gosh.
He's just like verbally telling
I can't.
us. Mm-mm. So we're alone and I'm like, I'm not even checking up on Kem. It's so bad of me.
You made him do it.
I know.
She's horrible.
But we did it. It was so much fun. And then Kem did wipe out a couple of times. But he took my advice and followed his foot. Like
follow his foot.
The thing that was tied to his leg. And he did great. He doggy paddled. And I feel like that helped him learn somewhat how to swim. Because he survived. It was a sink or swim moment and he passed. And then, but after that, he was just like, wow, I want to do it again. So I was like, okay. So I really think that really pushed him to at least survive in swimming.
Yeah. See, I don't know how to swim. But I told myself, which is also on my summer bucket list, if I can get to it. If not, it'll be on my fall bucket list. But I want to learn how to swim. I want to take swimming lessons.
Good for you. It's never too late.
Because for somebody who doesn't know how to swim, I love being in ocean water. I love being in a pool. I just love being in water. Like, I love being in the water. It's ridiculous. Every time I see a pool, I want to get into it. Every time I go to an island somewhere, I want to get into the ocean water. Like, I just love the water. But I don't know how to swim, so I know my limits. And I know how to dig my feet in the sand underwater. Like, I got it down pat to where I'm not taken anywhere by the water. Like, I don't go past here. Like, if in the Bahamas, the water, there's not like a lot of waves.
Oh,
so I was comfortable over there. So I was able to stop right here under the ocean. I was able to kind of walk back. But next time I go somewhere, whether it's Miami or another island or something, like, I want to go jet skiing.
There you go. And you get to wear a life jacket anyways, a life vest.
But I wish I knew how to swim because I want to do like the, like, I want to be wild with it. But I can't do that, because I don't know how to swim. So I'll take it easy.
You can, because even if you have a life jacket thing, you'll be fine.
But isn't there like classes? Like, don't people like sit with you?
I actually have my license. I got my boat license.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you know how to ride a boat, drive a boat?
Mhm.
Wait, am I saying that right? Drive a boat? You don't drive a boat because it doesn't have wheels.
Drive. Well, it has a motor.
But it doesn't have wheels, so
but it's not sailing.
It's
Sailing
not
is
sailing.
different. I don't know how to sail a boat because that you have
Ride
to
a
use the
boat?
wind.
well, no,
Drive
riding
a
boat.
Riding a, now you
Is
got
that
me
proper?
thinking.
Is that the proper way to say it? Drive a boat? Because I feel like if you're driving something, it needs wheels and a motor, not just a motor.
But you're controlling it, just like
So you know
well,
how
fly a plane,
Yeah.
swim a boat. I don't know. Yo, you got me thinking. I don't know what that's called.
you're gonna ride out. on a boat.
Anyways, I
You know
do
how
got
to
my
ride out
license.
on a boat.
It did expire though. I never renewed my license, which is.
But have you have your license? But have you
Mhm.
actually?
My uncle has a boat.
Nice.
Yeah, and then.
Well, I would say that I would love to see your skills, but I'm scared considering your race car experiences. She really doesn't drive like that, so I feel very
no,
safe
not
around
on the
her.
road.
But she's very.
I'm
She's
just
like a daredevil.
competitive. Yeah,
She's a daredevil and she's competitive.
I love it though.
All right, guys, so we're going to leave it right here. I hope you guys enjoyed having lunch with us. I hope you guys enjoyed Jalixa's crazy, crazy stories. It's always fun getting together with you and talking about crazy memories and crazy things that we've done. So next time we get together, I'm sure there'll be many more stories.
Never a dull
to
moment.
tell. It's
for sure.
never, never a dull moment. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you enjoyed our video. And don't forget to go over and subscribe to Jalixa's channel. If you haven't done that, it is called Jalixa.
Just like that.
Just like that. Just like that. Just beautiful Jalixa.
Thank you.
And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. We'll see you guys later.